Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got Shopify Rebellion's BYUN in the top right side of the map, and Geralt in the bottom left. It's the ESL NA Weekly number 239. Fighting for a spot in the finals as both of these players. BYUN is a fantastic player. Geralt's very good in this matchup, especially in the late game, but getting there against BYUN is, as always, for any player, a big problem. BYUN is so good at dancing on the front of taking you out at any moment. Never know when he's going to macro, when he's going to pick up his army and just dive in your base. He's a bit of a mad dog. I've never played Sins of a Solar Empire. People are asking me. Yeah, no. Can you guys tell me what it's like? I've been thinking about trying it. There's so many games I've heard are good. I mean, that's always a game that I've heard is good, but I never tried it, guys. All right, guys. Factory comes down in the barracks as well. This is a good strategy game, absolutely. We wouldn't be commentating it otherwise. Hot tip, though, if you want an unbiased opinion, you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta go ask, like, Reddit games. And there'll be a bunch of guys who, like, don't like using their keyboard, and they're like, StarCraft's too hard. Yeah. But, see how we go. Reaper's gonna come forward, guys. Ooh. Sorry, guys, this commentary is pretty dodgy, isn't it? What if this turns into a barn burner? We want to put it on YouTube. Here I am just talking to chat, mumbling to myself. Jeez, I mean, even if it doesn't go to YouTube, even if it's not a barn burner, I can give you guys a better casting experience than this. Ah, it's a Stargate, guys. Stargate for Geralt. I like that. Double Adept into Stargate. Interesting. You know, what I really don't like about the modern Cyclone is we don't see Oracle anymore. Oracle was my favorite unit for a long time in this matchup, and you know, Oracle into Phoenix especially was a really cool build order. Oh, Widowmine is going to defend. That probe does go down. SCV even dodges the Widowmine splash. Adept coming forward right now. 2 Adepts. It does take 3 Adept shots to kill a Reaper. But BYUN just turns around and says, you can't leave. Oh! Oh, very dangerous for BYUN. He's like, he knows he's got to get to the ledge. There's a ledge down here, so even if the shade was on top, if he jumps down that ledge, he's safe. But he goes straight back in, which is crazy dangerous, and will get himself killed. Double Adepts take him down. Now, he sees the 3rd Adept, I'm pretty sure there. He's going to swap his factory around, which tells us he wants to go Raven, guys. So he's going to do a Marine Mine Drop into a Raven and a tank and then 3X. Very standard play, but what is this? Second Stargate Phoenix? What is this? Oh my god. 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 This is so cool. 2 Stargate Phoenix. We're going to see a 3rd and 4th gas. We're going to see a Robo come in. This is going to be 2 Stargate Phoenix into, I believe, Colossus into probably Carriers. Could be Tempests. Some form of just kind of super, like, we're not really using gateway units, you know. We're just getting out there and smashing it. Now, Phoenix aren't in position right now. You can see Protoss is not really watching on this angle. But he's aware of it at least. At least he won't be surprised by the first wave. Adepts are there, and that Widowmine drop not looking great, man. It's already on 2 Phoenix. You don't really want to get scouted here with the 2-star. So at least the Widowmine drop gets something. Picks up both of these, and those Adepts not focus firing. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're a bit far south, so one of them wasn't able to hit it, but the probes did pull, finish it off, and overall a fantastic trade for Geralt. So that starts out very nicely. 10-to-1 trading at the start of the game in the early skirmishes is always great. Bunch of free kills, essentially. Oh, I didn't get to put a gamble up. Sorry, guys. That's my bad. We'll put up a gamble for the next series. One of the mods wants to do a game by game. They can do it, but my bad on putting up the live gambling using those channel points. Robo's coming in. You can see it's not the fastest Robo. This is all about having an insane Phoenix count and kind of blossoming and spiraling this out of control. Now, there is a Raven coming in, and there is no battery in the main, so it could kill a few units with like a double auto turret drop. But we'll see as these Phoenix are going to be popping out very soon. Geralt's Adepts do come in, but too many Marines, man. Those Adepts are getting hammered. Raven's in the back. I don't think Geralt noticed it, funnily enough, because he was too busy staring at these Adepts going in. And we're going to go for a nice little auto turret here. Gets himself 2 probes. Should get a 3rd on the gas as well. Really nicely done. But you've already used an auto turret, and look at how quickly that dies to the Phoenix. Now, the auto turret will go down. Might get that kill. Phoenix going after the tank on the other side. Mass repair. Very clutch. Does save it. Okie doke. So it looks like the Raven goes down. Phoenix barely survives there. And that Phoenix will not survive. So 1 Phoenix goes down, but killing a Raven you know, all these different units, this is still very good trading for Protoss, but you kind of need good trading. Because remember, Phoenix are expensive units that are not going to be good when there's a big fight with a lot of Marines. They're really good in like small engagements, harassments, using their mobility to pick off units where the opponent can't be ready for it. But at a certain point, they fall off a cliff in terms of efficacy. So we've got one more Colossus building, no more Phoenix right now. So this is like I'm going to rush to 8 Phoenix and then I'm going to hard swap out of it. Are we going I guess we're going to see a Twilight and a Forge now, guys. So keep your eyes on that production tab. I'm pretty sure Geralt's got to go Twilight Forge into charge as quickly as possible. He's going Colossus first. It's back with the Phoenix. Where's that Twilight? Still hasn't gone down. Wow. Batteries going down. A couple sentries on the front. Forge does start up. To not be building Phoenix here. This is interesting. I mean, Colossus is about to pop. As long as you queue up a second one, you think you're okay, but Geralt's supply block. No, his Nexus is finishing. So he'll be out of that supply block pretty soon. 4 SCVs go down. He's going to recall these Phoenix. Second Colossus does start, which is lovely. Chronoing that Colossus would be huge right now. He's still probing against Terran. His third command is only halfway done. I mean, that being said, that's kind of standard, I guess. Oh, here we go. Colossus is here. Battery overcharge. Yeah, if you can kill that tank, that would be pretty good. He's kind of shooting the medevac more than the tank right now, but the tank does go down. He's lost 3 Phoenix this game. Still at 6, though. And now the Twilight finally goes down, man. I love, this is the big difference between an average Joe and a pro gamer, is a pro gamer can delay Twilight Council for like 5 minutes, where an average Joe should rush that bad boy out, because if you don't have charge zealots, it's very hard to fight against Terran. But you can see the way pro gamers, they delay that tech. So just remember, whenever you watch the way pro gamers play a matchup like this, you better be good at defending with like shield batteries and technical stutter step and things like that if you want to play this style. This is not an everyman's style. If you're a bad micro player, I would never be delaying charge this long, no matter how you're playing. But he's done a great job so far. I think Geralt's ahead. He's up 15 workers. Third base just floating out for Terran. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 4th base going down, and indeed there it is on the gold. Second engineering bay and armory comes in. Ghosts are being built. I don't know. I mean, the gateway explosion's very slow for Geralt. He is adding charge and +1. He's still building a few extra Phoenix. He's going to keep that count up. So like 8 or 9 Phoenix seems to be the count that he feels comfortable on. He never got +1 air weapons this game. Oh, the ghosts. Oh, nice. EMP is the Phoenix. They cannot be used to harass anymore. And a couple more Phoenix going down as well. Really nice save on the other ghost by shooting down that red hit point Phoenix that had the lift. And that's a bit of a costly fight there. Geralt has to take a second robo now. He does. Still kind of scary for the next minute or two because the gateway explosion's only now coming in. Artosis and Tasteless hanging out here, but I really feel like we need a few other pylons over here, guys. We need like a Gemini. We need a State. We need a Sturgeon. You know, we need these guys. Get them in there. Get them in there. Cannon goes up on the natural. 2 batteries on the third. 4th base has a few batteries as well. Second Forge coming in. Air weapons is now coming in as well. Remember, you've already got 2 Stargates. So you drop a Fleet Beacon, you can immediately start building like Tempests or something like that. They're just a very expensive kind of low impact unit. But yeah, having a cannon and a battery at each base means something like a single 8 Marine drop nowhere near as scary as it otherwise could be. Now these Phoenix are out here. They could kill an 8 Marine drop, but you got to like instantly start picking them up because look at the damage of the Marines. Yeah, you're also damaged. It's kind of risky to fly in over that. If you have like 12 Phoenix or they're all green hit points, then maybe, but it's kind of like, let's bring some Zealots in to make that a bit of an easier fight. And of course, BYUN backs away. Disruptors are being built 2 at a time, +1 armor, +2 attacks on the way. Geralt's been taking a lot of maps off BYUN recently. I don't know if he's actually been beating him in many series. They've definitely been facing off a lot in these weekly NA Cups. BYUN now is going 4th command center. He's on 73 workers, so similar workers on both sides. If we look at the units count, you can see there's 4 Colossus on the map against only 2 Vikings, which is generally a bad sign for the Terran. Especially when you've got a bunch of Phoenix overhead guarding them as well. But Geralt doesn't look like he has any inclination to take an aggressive stance. He's not going to be getting out there. And I mean, we know Geralt's famous for playing 25 to 30 minute games on the regular in these weekly cups. Colossus are out. Phoenix are pretty good to deal with the Vikings, aren't they? Absolutely, they're okay. As the numbers get big, the Phoenix are bad. Even with range, they're not that good. But in this case, it's like, hey, they're going to buffer, right? They're going to buy a bit of time. And if there's only a few Vikings, they might just straight up kill them as well. Of course, an EMP lands. Each Phoenix only has 120 hit points at max. And the Vikings, of course, 135 and doing a fair bit more damage at longer range. Much longer range, even. Great catch, dude. 5 Zealots going down the meat grinder. You can see the units lost tab that was so good for Geralt earlier in this game. Now it's moving in BYUN's favor as these Zealots just can't find any purchase. Viking gets picked off by the blink. BYUN's going to move down the left side with a double drop while holding this watchtower. He's also sneaking a drop out. No, that was a misclick. Zealots are going to run into this army on the left. Even more Zealots going down, man. Geralt's just like, can you not, dude? And look, BYUN's going to dive the right side same time. Beautiful move. Geralt should realize this is a bait. It's a bait. BYUN's just trying to pull him out of position. EMP's trying to zone here. A couple Ghosts and Marines do go down, but looks like BYUN pulls back on the right side as well. I don't know how Ghosts aren't light units somehow, says Boxpower. Pretty sure I thought Ghosts were light unit. Like, I'm pretty sure I thought they were light units till like 2018, guys. Pretty sure it was like only when we started seeing a lot more like Turtle late game, and I was like, wait a second, that's not a light unit? I was like, huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd like retired as a pro player before I found that out. It does seem like it would be. Just like visually and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Starport transitions on the way, guys, as well as Lib range. Dark Shrine coming in. Geralt really does play a very European style. Does hail from Poland. He's kind of waiting for BYUN to make the decision on when they fight. Now, there are High Templar out here. Looks like he got 1 unit. 3 High Templar with Psystorm. But all of his energy units are very clumped up. 1 or 2 good EMPs lands that will ruin their potential. Disruptor's doing pretty good. Left side, though. Left flank scary. Left flank scary. 1 Storm on the left would be huge. And he gets 1 on the right as well. Ooh, another Guardian Shield would have been really nice here. I can't believe BYUN got through as many of those units as he even did. I'm amazed. I really thought Geralt was going to crush that fight, man. Still got Guardian Shield here. Does Geralt. He's only on 13 gateways, which I know only sounds kind of silly, but, you know, it's because he's gone double robo. He's got his 3-2 coming in. It's not too far behind on the upgrades, but with the Mass Command Center coming up, BYUN's going to have that, like, ability to just drop mules everywhere and stuff, so BYUN's going to be a little bit more careful about trading than Geralt because he's investing so much more in infrastructure. So Geralt has the bank to reproduce much quicker than he does. Last one I did get finished for the Phoenix, but they're all dead now. We haven't seen a sign of a fleet beacon. Also, High Templar. We've only got 1 High Templar. Oh, please remake High Templar. I feel like having High Templar in reserve is such good insurance about your opponent counterattacking and ruining your day. Stalker will see the command center start hitting it on that right side. In the top left, that command center is looking mighty exposed. Stalker's going to dive it. Dude, this Stalker's a hero. He says, hey, idiots, guess what? You should have been up there. Stalkers are going to blink on it. That's a dead command center. And Geralt's ready to recall to that right side if BYUN dives across the map. But BYUN should just chill. He's got the orbitals up. He's got Caduceus Reactor coming in. He's got Lib range. +2 ship weapons is on the way. He's got 8 Vikings, which is enough for the 2 Colossus. He can start building Liberators now. Does he have enough medevacs? Yeah, 6 medevacs will do for now, as long as he plays patiently. Build a few more as time goes on. Sitting on 6 to 8, it's kind of good. Just if you start losing them or dropping a lot, that's when you really need to have a few more. Is a Ghost unarmored? Unarmored is not a tag in StarCraft. So you have different tags. It is biological, psionic are the 2 tags that the Ghost has. So your biological, psionic, light, armored, and then you've got mechanical. I think that's it. Ooh, I like this counterattack from BYUN. I mean, he took some damage on his 5th. Does he care? Maybe, maybe not. Big Zealot counterattack comes in. We'll see how much that can find. The Liberators could do well. BYUN's army down here is what I'm worried about, though. If this army gets pounced on, Geralt could win the game because Geralt's got that bank. BYUN does not have that bank to work with. Being this deep in enemy territory is dangerous, bro. Colossus going down to the Vikings. The Vikings are ruining the Colossus. EMPs on the Disruptors. The Disruptors are in the open. BYUN just clicks on him. BYUN clicks with his Gauss rifle. And like many men's Gauss rifle, firmly in hand, he finds a way to get the win and feel very happy with that. Picks up, saves a few of those units. I mean, these trades are incredibly effective. Units lost tab now 5,000 in his favor. Really good job of clearing all the expensive units. He even keeps the Vikings alive, and he's got the 5th base up during it. Not only that, now that all of his orbitals are finished, his income is just going to be off the charts. You might be like, well, it's not that high. Watch that number climb. Once these guys have returned a couple of trips, it'll really reflect that number in the top left side, and you can see over 4,000 minerals a minute, stabilizing somewhere at that like 3,800, somewhere about 3,800 it seems to be averaging out here. You know, going up as high as 4,300, as low as 3,300. Somewhere in the middle is no doubt the accurate reading. Liberator on the probes there, getting a good denial. We've got another Liberator on this left side coming in as well. And suddenly you're dealing with Liberator harass. You're not quite into the Blink DTs. 3 ghosts! That was a juicy Disruptor shot. Very good Disruptor shot. We're going to lose the gold base again. And at the same time, dealing with this harassment on the edges with the Liberators. I mean, we have 2 Stargates, but you're going to have to build a Void Ray or a Phoenix or something like that. Start getting some air units to help defend this. The Liberators will go down to the Stalkers at least. That's one thing that's quite nice here for Mr. Geralt. I don't know why I said it that way. A couple DTs go down to the Planetary. That's a clutch hold, man. That is a clutch hold. We're still denying mining here. He's got to send a Void Ray or something around the edges, I feel like. 1 Stalker goes down, 2 Stalkers for a Lib. That's not even a great trade, you know? These +2 Libs are so good. That one also is going to kill 2 Stalkers. One of them does dodge with a blink. 3 Disruptors are being built at a time. That's right, guys. 4 Robos are up, which is great. Marauders and DTs are on top of each other. Geralt tried to grab the Sensor Tower, but unfortunate timing. 3 DTs going down. That's what we needed. Nice storms to finally punish BYUN for being so far forward on the map. Going for that Nexus would be incredibly greedy. His name is BYUN. His name is BYUN Paulson, and he usually is very greedy. Oh my gosh, run away, BYUN, you're so wounded. He's going to counterattack the right side at the same time. That's why he's going for this, guys. He's going to try and take down the Artosis pylon, depower most of that static defense. Same time, pulling back in the north, but he's getting jumped on. If Geralt can kill this base, that could be a very big pickup for him. Blink on the Lib, one-shot it, take out the command center. So at least Geralt's keeping BYUN pinned on 5 bases. The problem, of course, for Geralt is that he's only on 6 himself, and the units lost trading. 5,000 resources is still the deficit. So the last fight or 2 has been very even. But oh no! Guys, you know what they say when you step into the octagon, protect your balls at all times. It's the first thing they say. And unfortunately, Geralt left a couple of them hanging out there. Does lose 2 Disruptors. A total of 12 Disruptors have died this game. Liberator harass continues to come in on that left side of the map. On the right, a handful of Zealots trying to defend on their own. We're going to need some Stalkers, some range damage to really shut down this drippy-droppy. BYUN goes in, he goes out. Behind it, 4 Libs, 27 Marauders, 8 Medevacs, 14 Marines, 6 Ghosts. Dude, what an army BYUN has. And Geralt, he's on 332 upgrades, which I really admire, but look at that. BYUN is just dropping like a D-bag. Says, oh, you came to the low ground? I'll go to the high ground. Oh, you're not in position? I'll kill 3 more probes and a Stalker with a Lib. Yeah, these trades are all quite decent for him. They're not really costing him. Another Lib coming around that top side. You can see it kind of sneaking through the trees on the left side of our screen. And we'll siege up. And I think it's just out of range, though. That one was a bit of a misclick, guys. This is the Liberator harass that doesn't actually do anything, unfortunately. Watchtower control for BYUN gives him a lot of control over where and when things happen. Liberator still hasn't been noticed by either player. There we go. He's going to fix that up. And now he's in range of 3 mineral patches, which is a very big problem for Geralt. He's going to lose about 6 probes there. That is a very annoying issue. Still not using his Stargates at all. I'd love to see a single Void Ray on the edge of the map, because you could hunt this down as well, right? We got 10 supply stuck right now. And this is giving BYUN the room to level those command centers pay off. More Disruptors do come out right now. Oh my gosh. I think he maybe got 1 Disruptor shot, but he lost every Disruptor. That one was kind of chunky. Oh, but he's just so low on supply now. And look at this. This Liberator just killed even more Stalkers. DTs are going to blink in again. But there's a Liberator above it. Even though he kills the DT, how many even though he kills the Planetary Fortress, sorry, how many DTs are you going to lose for it? Oh, my lord. Guys, I don't even want to look at the Dark Templars killed tab. Hey, that drop went down. Nice catch for Geralt. 21 Dark Templar have died, and they've only got 1 Planetary Snipe so far. Oof. Oh, man, the trading. Now 10,000 resources in favor of BYUN. Yeah, this is looking really good for him. I mean, a few ambush High Templar would be good, but BYUN's just done such a good job with the map control. You know, how are you going to keep any High Templar alive spread out around this map? That one does land a Storm, but down here on the right side, Geralt's losing one of his important 6 bases. BYUN's up to 6 bases himself behind this, so no longer is there a base advantage for Geralt. In fact, it is a disadvantage as this base goes down, and that is going to be a huge problem. 2 more Disruptors, 3 more Disruptors do get focused down. BYUN happy to start a step behind the minerals and fight this one out. The Zealots do fall. This is beautiful play by BYUN. Feel like Geralt had good position, got up to a nice macro spot in this game, but as we've seen, you know, BYUN's constantly looking to make plays, and if you aren't able to shove in there and take out his bases early enough, he gets to a nigh unstoppable position. I love the way he's dominated the Watchtower as well. Like I say, that's one of the most annoying things to deal with on this map, Terran and that Watchtower, because ranged units, very weak range units, always going to favor Watchtowers and blocked up, choked up terrain areas like this where they can kind of take cover, and that's exactly what he's done all map pool long, really. Stalker Zealot's in trouble on that right side. Can't really break this position. Oh, big storms. Last storm doesn't land on anything, unfortunately. The first 2 were good. Nothing there to capitalize. The Lib Siege is good. The Medevac healing is good. The Disruptor doesn't want to go in range of those Libs. The Stalker Zealot's going to struggle against this. Disruptor shot does come forward, and ooh, not a bad shot. Zealots around Stalker's blink. Stalker's blink. Oh, he doesn't want to go after the Medevac, so he's got to deal with these Libs, and oh my gosh, +2 Libs are just so good. It's such a break point, man. When you get +2 on your Libs, and he's even got +3 and +1 armor right now, it really feels like Stalkers just fall off drastically. And once they get to those range Libs, you need to have already established preferably an economic advantage. Hopefully you can be backstabbing, you know, blinking and killing bases, fighting where the Libs aren't. But with the moment the Libs are like sieged up, supported in a battle with EMP, bio, pre-spreads, you don't ever want to be fighting there until you get Sky Toss out, until you get Storms blanketing their army, which you can only do when they're on the move, not once they're already sieged up, and that sort of stuff can be a big issue. Disruptor shots so far, losing 1 Disruptor for 1 Marauder. Good trade for BYUN. Dark Templar on the right side will come in, start picking off these SCVs. Another Disruptor shot gets dodged. Dude, these dodges have been perfect. He EMP'd the 2 High Templar. Geralt splash damage left hanging out, and BYUN is just having a party once again, dude. He's just doing whatever he wants to do. Now, the Dark Templar by the Mineral Line, I do like that. That Dark Templar's on 11 kills, make it 12, make it 13 kills, but it doesn't matter, of course, because we can't stop BYUN's army at home. BYUN takes game 1. All right, guys, BYUN in the top left going for a double gas opening. He did get probe scouted by Geralt, so Geralt's just gone for a, you know, pretty standard core first expand. Zealot pressure coming out. Oh, okay, so he's going to try and do some Zealot adept pressure, hoping to catch a low ground command center for BYUN, which is pretty standard if you've gone for the double gas. You've already delayed your command center by a good 40 seconds. You know, you don't want to then delay it 40 seconds and have to float it from the main base. That gets very awkward. Hey Pig, I think all channels get ads when you first start a stream. It has nothing to do with you, just Twitch in general. No, I have those disabled. I basically, if you play ads regularly, you can disable those. I purposely play those in between games, so you will not get them. There's a timer in the stream that says those won't be turned back on for another 20 minutes. Yeah, so I absolutely do not have those playing for the last few hours because I've been playing my ads on time. Zealot comes in, gets itself an SCV. Marines do come in. Apologies if this is a banger series. You guys are watching on YouTube down the track for talking to Twitch the whole time. I love you guys on YouTube as well. Ooh, oh, don't lose the Adept. Okay, it does get out. I mean, I think that's worth it, right? A Zealot for a delay on the command center, an SCV and a Marine is not bad. But this is interesting. Are we just going proxy Dark Shrine? Oh, me. Oh, my. Geralt is hoping to catch him without a Raven. Will it work? Am I? Especially if you've studied BYUN, you know he doesn't go for a Raven often on this map, or he delays it a lot, then it could work. I think you want to proxy a gate with this to warp in a little bit quicker on the front as well. Saves you 7 seconds on the warp in. 11 seconds down to 4 once you build a gateway there. And dude, look at this. Catches the Cyclone, catches a few Marines. He's got to get out of there though. Run. Oh, he's going to try and use the grass to beat the Cyclone. And he's going to barely lose it. You're kidding me. 4 hit point Cyclone laughs in Terran right now. You know that guy's inside the little cockpit in there, and he's got the middle finger up, and he's going, get wrecked, Protoss, get wrecked. I do like to imagine that, like, unironically, the guys in the marine suits, the guys driving all the vehicles are actually just a bunch of gamers. Because, you know, that's going to be like future warfare, right? Like, all the drone pilots and dudes piloting the big mecha suits remotely are going to just be a bunch of virgins who spent too much time playing video games. So I like that idea. They're just like, no, get ranked, nerd. And you're like, this is actual warfare, dude. This is a very inappropriate attitude. Anyways, Raven's coming out at the perfect timing, guys. So unfortunately for Geralt, picked the wrong build to match up against BYUN's build. Now, if BYUN goes straight across the map with the Raven, which he often does, it works out. But BYUN's not. He's staying at home with the Cyclone and the Raven because he wants to kill the Observer when it comes in. So he's like, no, Observer normally comes in around this time, you know, sometimes 5 minutes 30. So he's going to hang out here. And that's going to be perfect because the Dark Templar is going to walk into a trap. Third Nexus is on the way behind this. 2-gate blink. No robo whatsoever. So at least you've skipped something. Okie dokie. Yep, Dark Templar goes down. Gets a bit of friendly tank damage on the Defo and the SCV, but that's about it. How do I rotate the camera? The default hotkeys are delete and end. You can also use insert as well. So end goes down, goes up. Insert goes left, delete goes right. And I still use those defaults because why the heck not? Don't have to be using that too much. I think it's a bit... I don't think you guys like this, right? When an observer keeps doing that during a battle, sometimes I have to do it to show you guys what's going on, but I personally find it a little disorienting when I'm watching streams, and that happens in a battle. But sometimes if like flying units are blocking it, we have to. Stalker takes out the Raven. Dude, we got the Cyclone as well. Does lose a Stalker, but well worth it, dude. That's awesome. I mean, you lost another Dark Templar, which is not great, but at least you're getting rid of some of these valuable units and making it hard for him to see the future ones. The real problem for Geralt here is like, okay, you got a decent work account and stuff, but like, how do you deal with stim shields? 2 medevacs are on the way, stim's almost done, shields will be done in 50 seconds. Like, 7 minutes becomes very scary. Terran's going to be moving out with stim bio. How do you defend that? And we can see the answer. It's charge Archon. Potentially Storm. He could go Storm. He's on 4 gases. I actually like Storm here. Just because charge Archon's a bit of a cumbersome unit comp, even with the blink behind it. Like, it's kind of like a one big ambush, hope BYUN overextends, get the jump on him, and go from there. He's going to add a Forge as well. We don't see Storm just yet. Templar Archives has started. DT comes in, grabs a few of those Marines before getting scanned down. Not too bad. And BYUN's going to immediately move around that left side. Now, he thinks he's going to sneak into the main, but he might get spotted by the proxy on the left side. Or by this Zealot. Zealot's going to miss it just barely. Okay, Geralt sees it. Stalkers on the front come in. One of them does go down. I don't know if he's ready for this. Storm is coming. Warp Prism, Forge. You know what's really good against Storm? Dropping in the main base, guys. Storm wants to engage you on the front with Zealot charge, with Storm, all this sort of stuff. This is a perfect timing for BYUN. And as I said, 7 minutes, the game becomes very scary for Geralt because now there's Stim Bio coming in from every side. And look at this. No, 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 no. No! You're kidding me. Charge goes down with 3 seconds left. Upgrade denied. And that's Geralt's entire strategy was charge Zealots. Storm was going to be the next step, but now he's got slow Zealots. Oh my gosh. He picks up some Zealots to try and dodge some Widow Mines, but what an absolute unmitigated disaster. I liked Geralt's build. I think it was a good gamble on the DTs. He got some good ambushes on the map with his Stalkers to make the most of a bad position. He delayed his Robo as much as he could to make this work. He does snipe that medevac, but BYUN, just beautiful play, scanning for the DT, sneaks the drop across into the main base. And if you know your opponent's going to play Storm, this is the best way to do it. I don't even know if he knew it was Storm. I think he was just going for this as generally a good punishing strategy. And very nicely done. One Stalker does go down. BYUN's got the frontal push going in towards the main base, and this is rather brutal. Or brutal, as they say. Gets a siege tank with a DT. Good desperate attempts here for Mr. Geralt to try and hang on. His side storm did finish, but dude, losing charge with 3 seconds. I can't wait to see Twitch chat catch up as we're casting this with delay and just see the reaction of everyone going, oh no, oh no. All of Twitch chat becomes Australian when you see that. There's a guy from Texas in there going, oh no. You know, he's really like, doesn't even know how to do the oh no. He's just like, oh no, no, now, wow, 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 wow. You know, he starts like making dog noises and stuff. And I'm like, I appreciate it. You're also excited. It's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. Geralt's getting hammered, guys. He doesn't have the numbers. I like the Storm. I like the micro of the Prism. But microing slow Zealots against Terran is a sad, sad thing to watch. as losing that charge. It's a problem. He was already behind off the openings, guys. That's part of why he was in such a fragile position. It's just if there was one thing that could instantly ruin any chance of Geralt winning the game, it was losing charge 3 seconds from finishing. Nicely played by BYUN. A clean finish. All right, guys. Nightmare in the bottom right side of the map is about to get hatchery blocked, so is pulling 6 probes immediately. Playing against Starlight Twinkle's Wayne. Nightmare has got his work cut out for him. He was like, hey, I'm blocking your base. Where is your hatchery? So he's going to go back and keep blocking that. Goes for the Cybercore, and normally you just want to keep 1 worker on gas when you have to do this. Just enough to get 25 gas so you can build an Adept when the Cybercore finishes. But you are losing so many minerals from this hatchery block. Now, because that's generating creep, you can cancel that, build an Evo chamber to delay even longer. And I think he will, because Nightmare does almost have 400 minerals, and I think Wayne's going to be like, yeah, let's delay that. Wayne's already gone pooling gas behind this. No hatchery just yet. Doesn't go for the Evo chamber, interestingly. I mean, it still delays a little bit, the creeper, and you can even circle around and delay a little bit longer. 3rd hatchery has to get taken by Wayne. And that Nexus should go down momentarily. Very nicely done. Nightmare's Adept being chronoed across the map, but with link speed already started, I don't see it being a big concern. The real concern for Wayne with this opening is that you've delayed your natural. You're only on 17 workers. Yeah, you've delayed the Nexus of your opponent, but you've also had to take a very awkward hatchery. Luckily, Wayne does pick up a probe scout. And this drone hanging out in the main is interesting because the Adept shades across the map. Second one's being chronoed. Nightmare is not prioritizing killing the drone. He's like, dude, you can see what I'm doing. I don't care. Oh, wait, he actually cancels the shade. He cancels the move out, and it's a Bane Bust all in. This drone delaying the Adept is massive. This is so smart because now the Adepts are slower to move out, which means they're slower to realize, you know, there's no drones over there, which means these Banelings come off on the front. Weakness of Wayne's build, guys. You know how sometimes when you've been needing to pee all night and you're out drinking and you finally go, it is like a goddamn fire hose. You think like, if I came across a burning house, I could extinguish it. I could save the family inside. This is the opposite. This is more of a kidney stones older man's trickle. Wayne does not have that much production. Lings are here. He only shows a few of them to start. But yeah, he's just not got that many Banelings and Zerglings. I think these guys are just going to try to run in, but there's an Adept in the wall off. Maybe just hide and morph Banelings. Don't do it too close, though. If Nightmare sees it, you'll be in trouble. Creep Tumor tries to go down. He's going to snipe it. Nightmare gets the Creep Tumor snipe. Very nicely done. Ling speed's done. Good idea to hide the Lings. And I think Nightmare realizes something's up. Battery goes down. He's got to not get surrounded. Uh-oh, he's going to lose at least one of these. Probably both. Ooh, that's such a big part of your DPS. And I think now you have to wall off. Shade the Adept, wall off Gateway. Gateway. The Gateway goes down, though. And oh, no. He's going to cancel the battery to build a new one. He gets a new one down. Baneling won't be able to detonate that. Even though he detonates it, he's going to have to just tear the wall down. But there's no damage, so it doesn't matter. It's game anyway. I guess he gets a Stalker out. Stalker could maybe recall to the main. He doesn't have energy, which means the Stalker... Oh, he's got a battery, actually. He's got to heal the core, though. He has to heal the core. He doesn't have battery overcharge right now, which is a problem. This other Gateway's going to go down. Gateway goes down. Cybercore's about to fall. Stalker's going to go down. There's no damage. There is just no damage, and there's too much surface area. And that's going to be Wayne with a very nice aggressive strategy. And I got to tell you guys, I think if Nightmare went straight across the map with the Adept, he might have realized, but because he hunted down the drone, Wayne's all-in works. All right, guys, Nightmare down a game there. A nasty surprise attack, and I think learning, you got to respect Wayne. He'll throw you off your build and surprise you with an all-in. Often feels like he's channeling Dark. Now, obviously, Wayne waited a bit longer than I thought. I thought he was going to just try to run in with the first 10 Lings, like surround the Adept, mess up the wall off, and then rally across with the Lings and Banes, but he built up a bit more of a stockpile, you know? Definitely had a bit more pressure and consistency with that stream of Ling Bane than we thought. But getting the first 2 Adepts is massive. And that's the thing is, you know, getting forced to take his 3rd you'd think is a bad thing, but then it's like Nightmare's like, well, it's not that weird that you don't have drones out here because you'd lose them to the Adepts. So he's scouting this missing, you know, drone count and thinking, well, they're going to come down once link speed's done, right? And then bam, you lose your Adepts. You lose your other Adept at home. You've just got no damage behind the wall and it's a disaster. If you got 2 or 3 Adepts behind the wall, you might be able to hold on there, right? Because you're killing so much, you know? It's like every 2 Adept shots is a dead Zergling, but it is what it is. I'm really hoping Wayne 2 zeros and then wins the finals 3 zeros, by the way. 3 zeros, 3-0, I mean. Because I took a map off him in the round of 16, right? And that, if you know, I took a map off him. If I'm the only person that takes a map off him today, that would be great. Now, obviously, Nightmare here is already a problem. and I would say still the favorite, even down one map. Nightmare's still, maybe not overall favorite if you're down a game, but definitely at the start of the series, a big favorite. BYUN is on the other side of the bracket as well, so BYUN in the finals would be incredibly hard for Wayne to beat. As you can get very tricky in this matchup. I feel like Zerg vs Terran's kind of a problem matchup for Wayne because tricky build orders and surprise tactics aren't as effective in a matchup that's so mechanical. You've got to mix in little strategic twists, little special twists on top of very solid play already to be a top tier ZVT player or TVZ player. Whereas in against Protoss or ZVZ even, I feel like, the Zerg can be just a very clever player and get a lot of wins based off of that cleverness and build choices. But there's a pace that is required in ZVT that we'll be seeing if Wayne can keep up with BYUN if he gets there. Wow, thanks Wayne for giving us a cheese that really enables the Protoss to show his skill and ability to handle pressure, says Siege Fiend. Thank you for this sub, Siege Fiend. Mate, I think Nightmare's learned his lesson though, right? He's playing super safe. He's like, we're getting this Stargate. We're turtling up. We're not blocking your hatchery because, and that's the thing is like blocking the hatchery and messing up your opponent's build isn't worth much if they're just trying to mess your build up and do an all-in. So this time Wayne has to play a bit more of a standard build, and we're going to kind of see in the mid game, like what can Wayne do against, straight into oracles, 5 energy, 3, 2, 1, chrono boost, activate. Perfect timings. Nightmare's looking really clean here. 2 adepts hiding in the back, 3rd adept on the way. He's going to build another gateway here to create a lovely little choke point with at least a full space of overlap between the Cybercore and the gate. This is just a nice build order here for Nightmare. Calling Artosis' Twitch chat hectic is like calling a typical StarCraft 2 chat during tournaments civilized. Yeah, when you get like 5,000 people in a tournament chat, it has got to be some of the most unhinged lunacy you've ever seen. Because you're literally seeing what you would normally have in a stadium for like football, but it's all concentrated into text form. And like we never realized until Twitch came around that you really should never transcribe all of the drunken shouting going on in a football stadium and singing and just obscene mutterings, like it really is something where you're only meant to hear that within your own little local area. Where if you're sitting like right next to within 2 spaces of someone who's really obnoxious, it's kind of a problem, and otherwise you just don't notice it. But we've noticed in Twitch chat, like, yeah, if you got 5,000 people watching a tournament, all it takes is like 100 of them to just be unhinged lunatics, and they will fill that chat with their psychopathy. Anyways, Oracle's coming in. Oh, great Spore Trick to start. Do another one. You want to. Beautiful play. Gets a bit of damage on the Oracle as well. Well done by Wayne. Now, Wayne's going Evo Chamber nice and early. 49 workers, which means he's got a 5 worker advantage, and Nightmare has not really found any openings just yet. Has gone 4 gas, Twilight Forge into a 3rd and 4th gateway. 3rd base is almost up, so, Nightmare's build is tight enough. It's not like he's way behind, but Wayne's already got a 4th hatchery and a lair up as well. My man's going to go straight Hydras, I think. Could go Mutas as well. Now, one thing I've noticed with Wayne, he's famous for really good, just overwhelming Muta play, but he's also famous for, like, getting way ahead with Hydras and then, like, just walking them into splash damage once or twice. Like, I basically feel like Wayne has a deep mental block when it comes to Protoss past a certain stage. Like, I think because he knows Protoss is very strong and thinks they're very strong later on, he's very good at killing them early on and just not letting them get there. But when they do get there, it does feel like there's a point in the game where he isn't nearly as confident or decisive. Oracle's going to have to go home. I would like to see a 3rd Oracle for Nightmare. I say that. He's already got one. It's hidden in the back, guys. You can see down here. He's only killed 16 lings. He's lost 3 adepts and a probe, so not really doing that much damage. Is that a 5th hatchery? Oh my gosh. Is Wayne going to go 2nd Evo for Ultras? No, it is Hydras. Okay, he just wants to be able to mix in a lot of lings, potentially drone up really hard as well. Does he see the 6 gas? 6 gas just started, so I don't think he could have scouted that. He saw no gases on the 3rd. No robo yet, guys? Nightmare is so economically focused. I wonder what Nightmare does now. I would imagine a robo and 2 more gateways, but he might end up playing full gateway man style. No, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Not on 6 gas. Probably a Templar Archives. I think we're going to see a Templar Archives and Storm next, and I think you can beat this style with Storm. You just have to be careful because Wayne's going to have such a big production explosion, and that can definitely help out. His Oracle's going to back off. Yeah. Templar Archives does go down. Nightmare's trying to play really safe. Stalker, Storm is one of the safest styles through the early mid-game stages. He's also going to build 4 more gateways. You can see he's trying to build like a bit of a semi-wall here. These pylons... Oh, I don't know if that blocks this rear access point. I like the cannon. Oh, actually, it's a battery. 2 batteries, no cannons on this base. Dude, that's actually so good. The melee Zerglings deny 2 of the gateways. Really well done. I like that move, man. And now these guys have to go... They're going to mine really inefficiently unless he manually moves them inside the worker line. So look at these workers doing their derpy trips. Oh no, Nightmare with a bit of disruption just from Wayne's harass. Stalker's trying to blink back. 4 more gateways are coming in. The Hydras are here. The Lings. 72 workers right now. Wayne has 5 gases. He's got the Hydra movement speed upgrade. Does he have Groove Spines queued up? Yeah, he does. I like that. I like that. And he's on 11 Hydras, 5 more building. He's on 70 Zerglings. Honestly, if he can trade pre-Storm, like he could probably go for an engage right now and it'd be great. But once Storm and then these like batteries and cannons finish, I think he's in a much better position as Nightmare. But he needs the Psy Storm desperately. 4th Nexus goes down on the left side. Wayne sees it, can easily split units to kill that. And if you pull out a position to defend the left side, he's going to do big damage on this 3rd. Nightmare's in trouble right now. Running into a style he might not have much experience against. Wayne plays very different to a lot of Korean Zergs. Very, very greedy efficiency here as the 4th Nexus gets cancelled on the left side. Ling's going to try to come in. There's a battery. And we do have double Robo coming up as well. He's going to try and add Immortals behind this so that he is ready for the Psy Storm. I like that Stasis Trap defense. The Stalkers should probably still be blinking back though. Nightmare staying a little bit longer than I'd like as a few more Stalkers do go down. And battery overcharge has not dropped just yet. Gotta be careful, man. Storm does go down on that south side. Wayne's willing to take some awkward fights, man. Wayne is the master of being up 80 supply. I have seen him lose from here before, but if I hadn't seen that, I'd say it's game over right now in his favor. Ooh, my lord, guys. Oh my gosh. I think he's got it. The Oracles are all dead. The Zealots are all dead. The Archons go down. Beautiful. Just mass Hydra Ling engage. Stalkers do very badly against this composition, and Nightmare tried to play really safe after game 1, and Wayne just absolutely obliterates him. GG, well played. All right, guys. It's grand finals time. We've got Wayne, the underdog, in the bottom right side of the map. He's done some deliciously cheesy, aggressive ZVP to get here. But he's now facing off against BYUN, a different beast, one of the most momentum-based, tempo-based, micro-based Terran players in the world. He's going for a 2 racks, 2 Reaper opening. No 3 Reapers, no 4 Reapers. This is a different take on it. He's going very quick Tech Lab Reactor into a 3rd Barracks. Oh, this is going to be the super quick 3 racks Marine push, guys. Ooh, very curious to see how this one plays out and how Wayne handles it. I feel like Wayne, strategically, I have been critical of BYUN in the past in terms of how he plays versus opponents and how he sometimes plays the map, I guess, or the matchup rather than the opponent. And I got to say right now, I think he's playing the matchup. He's just like, oh, I want to be aggressive. Let's just do a 3 racks Marine. I really feel like this is a bad strat against Wayne because Wayne likes to mass army anyway. So if Wayne can figure out what's going on, I think he could shut this down because he's not afraid to just mass Zergling and surround it. He also might himself be planning his own like Ravager Ling or Ling Bane all-in, which should also do very well against this. Now, I'm not saying it's going to necessarily fail. It just, to me, feels like it's not the build I would pick against Wayne. I would pick this build maybe against Scarlet. Someone who I think is like a little bit greedier, you know? Like I'm thinking someone you think you might catch him sleeping a little bit, building too many drones. Things trying to get across the map right now. 3rd hatchery's coming up behind this for Wayne. It's only 2 Reapers, but only 8 Zerglings got built. Oh, the Marine's sneaking out, guys. Look at that. Oh, Wayne loses like 3 or 4 Zerglings for freezies there, and that's not good. 5 Lings. Now, to be fair, this isn't enough to cancel the hatchery. If you walk all the way to the hatchery here as BYUN, you're actually insane. If you walk to here and then turn around and go home, it's perfect. And go home. You continue to the 3rd. You are actually a crazy person. Thank you guys for the subs. Really appreciate it. Dude, the Marines and the Reapers are going to pull back. We've got the Queens out front. Baneling Nest has gone down. I would not be surprised if Wayne just goes all in now. And I think if you know the sort of player that Wayne is, you should know that he has this tendency. He has supply blocked really bad on 60 though, which is rough, but being up in workers early on, you know... Oh, 4 more drones actually come in. Okay, so basically, guys, here's BYUN's win condition. That Overlord's in the bad spot. It should be over to the left more. He's not going to see the move out potentially. He does barely glimpse it. We should be very aware of this move out right now as Wayne, and you should be doing nothing but building Ling Bane. The problem is, the Banelings won't connect. BYUN will just stim, focus fire, stutter step them down, and every Baneling will die before it connects. So you kind of have to rely on Queenling numbers instead, which, whilst it can work, I really think it's much better if you come in from two sides. If you come in with a flank, it's very hard for BYUN to micro it all. But if you come in from one angle like this, oh gosh, the Lings coming in from one angle, this is what I'm talking about. Stutter steps backwards, and the Lings are just getting gunned down. Oh my gosh. That's just game. The Marine count is out of control. Yes, they've got to do a second stim, but dude, he's lost so few Marines, he's killed everything. Oh, I guess the Marines are going to eventually die. Focus the Reddit point one. Oh my lord. I dare not. Oh god. Shut your eyes, Zerg players. 900 to 2200. BYUN killed Dark with this last week in the finals. I mean, BYUN has been ripping nerds' heads off. I think BYUN also, didn't he destroy Clem in the Asia Weekly Cup? BYUN's warm-up, his practice for the World Championships, guys, is just winning every Weekly Cup right now. He won last week's NA one against Dark. He won Asia against Clem. He's wanting to win NA again now against Wayne. I mean, it's a bad position to be in for Wayne. You don't want to be attacking here. There's a bunker behind the wall. What are you going to do? Blow 5 Banelings up there, another 5 for the bunker. You're going to have half your army dead, if not all of it, by then from the Marines. Lair is coming in for Wayne right now. Wayne's trying to drone back up, thinking about a 4th hatchery to recover, but it's going to definitely be a very scrappy game from here. I'd say Burrow Baneling, something really gambly like that, might be the play to get you back in it. But even a big Burrowed Baneling is the long shot of all long shots right now, after such an awkward start. We'll see what sort of staying power Wayne has, though. As, you know, he's kind of Dark inspired. We'll see if he's got a bit of that Dark dog in him. Ability to fight back from behind. Ooh. I really feel like, for me, an opening like this should be basically irrecoverable for Wayne, just because like of my conceptions about the speed of the players. I think if Wayne's out there with the Lings doing counterattacks, maybe. Because he's just sitting at home, and he's just droned to 63 workers. So BYUN knows, like, yeah, let's just go get this Overlord. That guy's been on there watching me all game long. Baneling speed will be done in about 10 seconds, maybe 15. Remember, the timer pops up on the side. It shows old seconds, Heart of the Swarm. So you can see they're faster than normal seconds. Oh, here we go. Lingbane Queen coming forward. Hatchery's taking some damage. Baneling speed's ready. Hatchery does not get cancelled. Oh, damn. Could have got 225 minerals back there. That's unfortunate. Gonna send some Lings to counterattack, but this is like plan C, you know? If this happened when the army moved out, I think it's okay. But doing it now, it's just too obvious. It's not going to achieve anything. There's a big ball of Marines and Medevacs there. So a little bit too little too late for Wayne. Just going to wait for some Banelings. Oh, I guess with the Banelings maybe. There is still a tank behind it. Depends how quickly BYUN reacts. There are Banelings there. I don't know about going in this angle. Saves some of the units. Does get a bunch of them hit by the Banelings. Meanwhile, tank doing really well on this side. Can rotate some Marines on that high ground. 5 SCV is not bad for Wayne, but Wayne now forced into a 4th base that is far inferior. You know, it's really hard to defend that 4th base, and we're just having this area denied, which means we're not getting creep spread in that area either. Ooh, oh man. What do you do as Wayne, guys? I think, yeah, I mean, you look for the surround. That's what he's doing. He's gonna flank in from the left side. Some Banelings just finished morphing, so he's setting that one up. And BYUN's wisely trying to get out of here. BYUN's like, let's get out of here before the trap falls closed on me. He actually pulls back a little bit to make it harder to surround. Good move for BYUN. Really good move. The Lingbane will come in. Just picks up, saves all the Marines, leaves the tank to die. Tank gets 18 kills before it goes down. Units lost tab once again. 2,000 resources in favor of BYUN. He's now moving extra tanks out. He's got one on the high ground, one behind the barracks, and now one behind the factory. That's an unassailable position. I think Wayne feels like he needs to try, but he's actually droning and building an infestation pit right now. Maybe he's just hoping to catch BYUN on the move out. Oh, one queen falls. Queen's going for the medevac. I like the queen move forward there. Good move. Taking away the ability to retreat, so only one medevac can get out. Good move by Wayne. 11 more drones are being built. 2-2s on the way as well. 4th base is fully saturated now. He's going to move a drone up and take the 5th base in the north. BYUN's just got him pinned. You know, using this moment where BYUN's macroing to like spread creep, get some more control is what Wayne needs to do. BYUN's just not giving him that chance. All right, we got 2 more barracks building. 3 more in the main base. 4th command center is there as well. A few more depots going down. Transferring some workers back. What are these guys doing? Did he just transfer workers back to his main base? Oh, he must have pulled too many out to his third. I guess his third was way oversaturated, and then because he pulled too many workers off mining to build these barracks. Fair enough. Oh, double drop on the north. It's going to get 3 drones. Could easily focus a few more down. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh. 8 drones. He just picks up and flies away. Meanwhile, the drop in the main is getting shut down, which is nice for Wayne. Good little bit of defense there. Does finally get something going his way. At least the hatchery survives up north as well. Hive is almost finished. Wayne's so good at just hanging in there. You know, as much as I'm like, Wayne's outmatched by BYUN, and he clearly is at least outmatched here when the early game goes very bad for him. I think his ability to just be a top tier player is something I should never underestimate, and neither should you. There's a reason he's been top 4 in the EU regionals a couple of times, beaten guys like Showtime, Clem, these sorts of dudes. Man, he was so close to eliminating Clem a couple of times actually in like the bracket stage. There was a bunch of 3-2s they had. So I'd never sleep on Wayne and his ability to make some upsets happen. +3 melee's on the way, +3 range for the Terran as well. Infantry attack upgrade. Widowmine hidden in the grass is always a nuisance. Oh, wow, not again. Oh, Wayne's bleeding out drones, man. He's hoping to get the queens up there on the edge before that happened, but now drop just picks up, gets out of there. Main army on the left side. Bio here with a couple of Widowmines as well. There's not many Widowmines. You gotta watch out for the big Widowmine hit on that left side. Gets 10 kills. The Marines need to get out of here, though. Oh my gosh, he does not have enough space for everyone. BYUN kind of YOLOing there, going for a bit of a crazy attack, a little bit sloppy. This is BYUN's strength and his weakness. It's like, I can multitask and drop everywhere and do some crazy stuff. His weakness, he'll do it when he doesn't need to do it and kind of give up momentum. Like, if he brought tanks with that, set up a proper push, I think Wayne's dead right now. But instead, ends up bleeding out a few units. He's still miles ahead. I don't think it really hurts his overall chances massively. It's just a, you know, a little bit of sloppiness in a game which could have been a clinical finish from him. The lack of creep spread and map control is what's going to hurt Wayne long term. It's why these drops are able to surprise him, because he just doesn't have any vision, any warning, any of that movement boost to get around. And you can see drones going down everywhere. That base in the top is struggling. Banelings rolling in. The Marauders trying to spread out. The Ultralisk going to start to finally clear up this push. But at what cost? 8 drones have gone down. Wayne is just stuck on 68 drones, isn't he? Every time he drones back up, more workers go down. We're at 34 workers killed this game, and Wayne just cannot recover from that early game. BYUN with a tight 3 racks timing, gets a massive lead and carries it through. All right, going into post-youth, BYUN with a 1-0 advantage for Shopify Rebellion. Wayne's going to go 15-15. I don't mind 15-15 in this matchup. I think it's great. I think it's especially good on this map. Get this gold base or these couple of gold minerals up nice and early. Get some queens out, and don't really need link speed early because your queens can block this ramp, so Hellions cannot really dart in to find damage. Should be seeing an Overlord up next. Yeah, extract a trick to get the 15th drone, Overlord, and then a spawning pool on the next 200 minerals. I think you can get that on this map about 1 minute and 3 seconds. Let's see. Can you get it 1 minute 3? Maybe the mining's a little bit slower on this map than I thought. And it's 1 minute 5. Fair enough. Barracks gas on the other side for BYUN. What do you do against those early marine pushes? You need to have an overwhelming number of lings, and you need to surround it from 2 sides so they don't get a chance to micro. So you engage with your queens first, and your lings sandwich it at the exact same time so that you're fighting with everything at once. Or you sandwich it with Ling Bane from both sides so they can't start a step away and they can't shoot down all the Banelings before they connect, or you build roaches. It's one of those 3. That's how you defend those marine pushes. Problem is, excuse me, the Marines stemmed, starter stepped on top, killed 2 queens. The Lings went in, and then they starter stepped away. So the queens weren't really fighting once they got out of range of the queens, and it was just the Lings kind of going in from one angle, and there wasn't an overwhelming number of Lings. They were all just getting surrounded. Against that sort of build, you're actually meant to stop on a similar work as to the Terran. Like, you can stop on 30 drones, make like 50 Zerglings, which sounds really bad because your economy is so low. But the moment you crush that attack, Terran is just stuck. Like, they just can't do anything. You just hold the drone key down. You can even counterattack with a Bane Bust potentially, but you can just pure Ling, you know, re-drone really hard afterwards. you know, take a 4th base, spread creep, and have full map control. So it's all about overcommitting. And this is one of the things you have to realize. If your opponent ever commits to a mass basic unit heavy push, oh, he almost gets the kill. Wayne, very clever, but doesn't quite get it, and 2 lings do go down. So anytime they do that, say someone commits to like a big mass zealot attack, mass roach attack, mass marine push, anything like this, you don't need to have a bigger economy. Because if you defend a 3rd base, you can drone up so hard after you defend that. You'll be miles ahead, and they don't really have a great unit comp. So they're not going to trade very efficiently if you have a big enough army. But if you don't have a big enough army, it'll spiral out of control, especially with something like Marines that are very fragile, glass cannon, high damage units. If you don't have enough to surround and shut the Marines down, they end up just killing everything at an insane rate of efficiency. And that is what ended up happening in that last game. So that's a bit of the theory for you guys. Hopefully explains that a little bit. I think I prefer the overcommit to Zerglings rather than the Banelings. Or just playing Roaches against that, one or the other. But I think it's really, it's very much like player. Every player has their own preferred one. Now, Les coming up, hasn't put on that 2nd gas just yet. Just fine, he's prioritizing his minerals, which is the most important thing. Whoa, 4 gas, he's playing Mutaling. Ling speed's already here, and he's going to go Muta soon. Oh, pulls the drones, but a little bit too slow. Lovely grenade. And seeing 4 gas, BYUN's like, oh, hello. Now you got to pivot. Don't play Mutas now. You've been scouted. Oh, a drone's going down as well. Where are the other... Oh, I guess the other queens are defending the Hellions. Finally, the Lings clean this up. That Reaper getting itself so much damage. 2 Lings, full scout. Do not go Spire now. Do not go Spire. You've been scouted. Change the plan. Change the plan, Wayne. Oh, and I hate the Spire placement, guys. Maybe he was expecting to get scanned in the main base. This Spire, I just feel like could get dropped later on, but he's going to stick with Mutalisk play. The problem is the jig is up. Your opponent should know after seeing 4 gas this early if that's what you're planning. You've seen Ling speed, you've seen 4 gas. What's he spending 4 gas on before building a 3rd base, guys? What could it be? Could be a Heavy Roach Ravager commitment. Could be like, maybe Infestors, I guess. Really, it's Roach Ravager. But you've seen Ling speed, so why would he be going Roach Ravager? It just doesn't add up. Like, it's a bit too obvious what Wayne's doing. I don't know if there is a good transition, but I feel like not mining those gases, maybe. Just go double Evo, rally to the 3rd, and get your upgrades up could be the way to do it. Now, double upgrades are going to start here momentarily for BYUN. Nice timing for that. His 3rd is down and landed. And where's his Banshees at, guys? He comes in, gets pushed back. Is it just 1? Oh, he cancelled Cloak. Single Banshee. Oh, hello. I like how Oliveira uses Banshee so much, and he changes what he does with it. Like, we saw him use Speed Banshees the other day. Seen him use Cloak, cancel Cloak, only make a single Banshee, double Cloak without... double Banshee, without Cloak. Like, there's so many little, like, slight variations, and I think a lot of the Terrans are starting to realize mixing that up makes it just a bit harder for the Zerg to be optimal against whatever you're doing. Ling's getting some good damage on these Hellions. BYUN's taking some decent trades here. Yeah, this is real sloppy. Wayne losing a few of these units. Mutalisks are on the way, guys. You do want to hide those Mutalisks. They're going to try and fly down that right side. Banshee will see it. BYUN sees it. He knows what's up. Does already have turrets up. Mutalisks let that one escape. Goes after the Hellions, potentially. Surprised that the Mutas aren't just diving to see if there's any exposed workers. Oh! BYUN gets himself a Mutalisk. You can see the Hellions with the lure there. He does bait him in. Mutalisk's trying to run forward. He's going to go for a big Ling surround. That ain't going to work, I don't think. Mutalisks go after the Medivacs. They're going down as well. Oh, that did not work out at all. Felt like I was watching Mio Micah for a second there. That was a very crazy move. He's lost 3 meters, 35 Zerglings. BYUN is solid. If you got Bane speed coming in, it can be good, but he's just basically doing a Mutaling all in, and by doing that last sloppy move, he's shown his hand. So now BYUN knows he just needs to survive. He's like, yep, you're going all in. Just keep pumping Marines. Marines, Medivacs, mines. Try to make turrets. Do whatever we can. Oh, nice pullback on the weak Mutalisk. I like that. I like that. Very good play there with the Mutalisk micro, man. Gets that turret before it can get up as well. Rotates back to the front. There's only 18 Marines right now. There's 53 Zerglings. Dude, the Mutalisks, though. Oh, he does take a Mutalisk hit there. Or a Widowmine hit on the Muta. Ling's going to get inside. Watch out for the Widowmine up there, though. Oh, these Widowmines and this micro for BYUN is insane, guys. Dude, I would have 100% loss rate to this. BYUN's making it look easy. BYUN made that look simple. Wow. BYUN dominating. Very nice game 2 there against Wayne. Shuts him down. All right. BYUN's on a tear right now. He's in the top right of Alcyon. He's going to be going for the low ground wall off up against the famous one base roach all in, except with a proxy hatch. This is going to be very cool, guys. So Wayne is going for a proxy hatchery build. Wait, what? 12 pool. I thought 14 hatchery, 14 pool, 14 gas was the most efficient way to do this. Apparently Wayne has discovered an even more all-in way to do the one base roach off of the proxy. This is a crazy build. You can see, okay, so yeah, so now he rallies them both to the gas. Interesting. Does 2 racks kind of blind counter this though? I have no idea, because the thing is it's exposed. But if you can get enough like Reapers or units out and then just beat the Ravagers with micro plus SCV pull, I think you can shut this down. If you get like 1 or 2 early Ravager kills as BYUN, you're good. If you don't get 1 or 2 early Ravager kills, you're kind of screwed. We don't see this build much anymore. I don't really know why it completely fell out of favor. Clem used to die to this all the time when Bly did it, as did a lot of other players. You know, I used to just call it the everything on 14 build, because you'd go 14 hatchery, 14 pool, 14 gas, 14 roach warren, basically. And then while you're waiting for the roach warren, you just build an overlord or 2, and you just build roaches out of the front, potentially build a queen here as well. You just rally Ravagers in and ruin their day. Once you get 6 Ravagers, guys, or 7 Ravagers, sorry, 7 times 6 is 420. When you do 420 damage, it's when you can one-shot a bunker. The Reaper's about to find out what's happening. BYUN has no idea. He starts his command center. I think he's going to cancel that in just a second, guys. And we're on his camera. And he's like, oh, God. Oh, God. He pulls the SCV off. He's going to try and build a bunker in front. Yeah, he's trying to build a bunker in front. I don't know if he can get that up in time. Cancels his second gas. And I would cancel that command center if I were you as well. He's trying to make a tech lab right now. He's like, oh, God. 3 Reapers. Can he defend? Here come the roaches, guys. First roaches. Are we going to just make Ravagers? Yeah, Wayne's just making Ravagers. Problem with making Ravagers immediately is you let the bunker get up. If he actually ran straight up, it might have been a better play, because he could start like potentially killing some SCVs and stuff, whereas you're giving BYUN a lot of time by morphing the Ravager, and now you also don't have the healing ability of morphing the Ravager. But look at that. That's going to buy him a lot of time. So he's going to make Concussive, start making Marauders, Marines. I really feel canceling that command center makes sense, guys. You're already up at double the income on one base. This is such an all-in. You know, you should just be making extra bunkers, extra barracks, and make backup bunker here, anything you can to hang on in this game. Because, you know, it's only a matter of time until this bunker gets shot down. Only a matter of time. I mean, harassing the bunker is nice, but all this costs is a little bit of minerals. It's not doing that much damage, so you gotta be careful to keep these Ravagers safe. You don't want these Ravagers to go down. That's the 5th Ravager, guys. Remember, we need 7 Ravagers in order to one-shot the bunker. You could pair it up with attacking and spreading the biles to kill the repairing SCVs, and you can actually overwhelm it. But look at that. The Marauders are looking for their concussive shells. Ooh, that Marauder does avoid it. Nicely done. That's 5 Ravagers with a 6th one making, guys. Next 75 gas could make another Ravager for the lethal amount. Bunker's taking damage. It's not dying, though, and I feel like BYUN, if he makes more bunkers, he's fine. He's trying to make a 3rd barracks behind this. He's not making any more bunkers, which is insanely greedy. He's still building SCVs, which is entirely unnecessary right now. All he needs to do is survive. But BYUN, treating this like it's just a heavy pressure build, could give an opening to Wayne. Once Wayne gets rid of the bunker, if he can focus the Marauders down, he may have this. Ravages, though, remember, they're chunky. They're chunkier than what their actual power is. And now he's got enough to one-shot it. 8 Ravages, enough to easily one-shot it. Like to see him spread out before he goes in a little bit, though. Spread some biles across the Marauders. The Marauders are going to come forward here. Oh, the bunker survives! One of them goes down. A few Marines do go down as well. And there we go. Should be able to take the bunker up, but no, doesn't quite have the numbers there. Did he lose 2? He lost 2 Ravagers. Oh, no. He lost 2 guys. Can't quite break through because there's so much Marauder Marine. I feel like BYUN may have pulled off the perfect hold. Is this greedy, what he's doing? Absolutely. Is it working? Yes. Absolutely, it's working. Can you believe it? The 7 range Marauder inside the bunker doing really good to zone out these Ravagers. Slow Zerglings being mixed in just to have a few extra hit points. mixed in with the excess minerals. Bile's coming down. That bunker does fall, but look at this. Stim's done. The Marauders stim on top of this army. The SCVs are in front. And as I said, if you can just get enough of these Marines and Marauders with the SCVs, get a few of these early Ravager kills could be big. I think if he went straight up with the first Roaches, this might have been a bit more chaotic, a bit harder for BYUN to hang on, but without going up there with those early Roaches, it seems like BYUN holds on just fine, and he shuts this down. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's close to it, right? If Wayne doesn't kill a bunch of these Marauders very soon, he's screwed. And just look at the amount of hit points and damage in that army. Another stim comes in, and the Marauders are going to get wrecked. Yeah, look at that. He's going to kill so many of these Marauders. Another Marauder goes down. Another Ravager, sorry, goes down, I should say. And that is going to be that. Wayne's going to have to tap out. BYUN with a dominating 3-0. Winning so many weekly cups. 3 in a row. What a beast.